Hey, Cactus crew. Thanks so much for tuning in. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Bill. Welcome to my channel. I hope you stick around. In this video, I'll be reacting to Katie Joy's Instagram post on Ryan Reynolds and the ad he did for SickKids. Katie completely misses the point and goes on about her E.T. quote fingers sick kid. Satire is not to be taken literally, and that's exactly what KJ has done, exploiting her son in the process. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, share, comment below, let me know what you think, and please do consider subscribing. You can follow me on X, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook at It's Crystal Bill. Everything is my own opinion as someone who's been on this carousel from hell for 5 years.
Can kind of be but it's hard for kids to be when they're sick. And that's why the work we do here at SickKids is so very important.
We love you, Ryan.
That's so sad. At SickKids, we're not just focused on delivering the most advanced care with the most talented staff. We also want kids to get back to being themselves, which, is kind of a lot.
Hey, so do you want to try having a meltdown and throwing your food on the floor, even though we cooked it exactly the way you like it?
Hey kids, it's NHL superstar Austin Matthews.
Hey! Please donate to SickKids this holiday season, as every kid deserves the chance to just be a kid. What's your name?
You look so stupid in that sweater.
It's working.
I want an Anne-Marie!
So rewarding. Donate before midnight, December 24th, and our friends at Samsung Canada.
So Katie thinks this is about her. Taking a jab at Katie's son? No. This is satire. Katie says, "Shame on you, Ryan Reynolds. My son is a E.T. quote fingers sick kid and has had more surgeries than I can count. I have never one time in his life hoped that he could E.T. quote fingers get well so he could go back to being a fuck. How dare you trivialize the hardships that children and families like mine go through by making a joke about them. Children are not E.T. quote fingers a lot, or whatever vulgar and inappropriate bullying cuss word you choose to spew at a child. As an adult, your job is to be an adult." What? "As an adult, your job is to be an adult and not a schoolyard bully. Our children are dealing with bullying at school, missing school due to illness, reduced quality of life, surgeries, and societal discrimination every single day. Our kids and our families are isolated and shunned by the wider society. We are too complicated for most people to handle. Truthfully, most people don't want to be around E.T. quote fingers sick kids because it's an uncomfortable reminder of our mortality. Katie, it's too much for you to handle. You're an alcoholic. You have substance abuse issues. You are the reason your son is constantly sick, not only with the disorders that he was born with because they fall under fetal alcohol syndrome, but Katie, also you are raising your child in an unhealthy environment. Let's talk about the bedroom. You make your 12-year-old sleep in your bed. You make your 12-year-old sleep in your bed. You lay down every night next to him and you've got an untreated MRSA infection. You are ignoring. You're choosing to drink. Alcohol feeds it. You're choosing this to speak about Gypsy. Well, you have a life-threatening infection that you lay down next to your son every night. Your son that has all those developmental disorders. He has adrenal insufficiency. You risk his life every night. You lay next to him with no care in the world and you flaunt it all on camera. So you're giving me the proof that so much more than my word for it. And I thank you for that, because that's going to get you in trouble. You are not raising your child in a healthy environment where he can strive. You focus on the negatives. He only knows the negatives. You've told him that he might not live to be an adult. You've told him that he can't eat when he can. You've told him that he is a medically fragile child when he's a medically complex child. You exaggerate his disorders because you compete with other mums of special needs children.
This is what happens in this world when you have a child that's sick, is that when one person opens up, then everyone else has to pile their stories on and talk about their life too. And sometimes all you want is someone to listen and not have to tell you about what they went through. You just want someone to hear what you said and to understand and to not make it about themselves and have a conversation. And this happens so much with this world. Like, we as parents start competing in a way with one another that, like, our experience was worse or we understood it more.
You are your son's biggest disability, Katie. Shame on you for advocating for children by bullying them and reducing their healing to getting back to being a E.T. quote fingers, fuck or prick. What kind of father or grown man speaks about vulnerable children in this way? It's comedy. Katie, he's not doing it with bad intention. You've taken it wrong. Stop exploiting your fucking son. Stop bringing your son into it. Your son needs to be respected. His privacy needs to be respected. He doesn't need his mum every time to bring all his issues to the table, lay it out like you're some fucking god, like you're some fucking great mum, because you aren't. My son will never stop being sick. Because you haven't stopped being sick. You're sick, Katie. You have substance abuse issues. You abuse Adderall. You have a screen addiction. You love online drama. You prioritize it over your son. We see that you're prioritizing it over your MRSA infection that you've had. You've had this staph infection since August 2020.
I don't know what caused it. She said it could have been a pimple, because that's how I felt like it started. And I said I had a pimple right here, if you remember. And then I think bacteria got into it.
I'm getting into fights with my eyebrows all morning. And I have been trying to fix them at almost 500 entries for the Amazon gift cards.
And you're just ignoring it. The doctors, you've exhausted the antibiotics, 3 rounds, it didn't work. And instead of going in to see the doctor, you are choosing to ignore it. Why? Because you have a substance abuse issue and you need to prioritize that. Addiction has rewired your brain so that nothing else matters except feeding your addiction. And you're putting your son in harm's way. Ryan Reynolds isn't putting your son in harm's way. You are. Every night you lay down next to your son, you have an MRSA infection. You kiss him. He could go into adrenal crisis, which you cause. Then you can get your little pen out and relieve his symptoms, playing God every time. Your son is sick because of you. Your actions. You've never once tried to get sober for your son. No, even for yourself. You don't care. Guess what, Katie? I care. I care about your son so much that I will speak up for him. And thank you for opening up this door, because I'll happily walk through and speak up for your son. My son will never stop being sick and will always have medical issues. He will never get back to normal. That is a fucking cop-out. How disgusting of you to say that. Your ad is directly contributing to inflammatory and harmful stereotypes towards children with chronic illness. Not everything is a joke. The last time I checked, kids are off limits. So why are you bringing your son into it? Why are you bringing your son into it, Katie? I'll ask you twice because the first time you don't hear anything. Shame on SickKids for endorsing this vitriol. If any nurse or doctor ever spoke to my child the way these caregivers did, I'd report them to the Board of Nursing or Physicians. What do you think the Board of Nursing or Physicians would think about all the stuff that you put out about your son, all the evidence that you are not a fit mother, all the evidence that you exploit your child, all the evidence that you are the reason your child is sick, that you've happily given out to the world because you've got no self-awareness, because you are so narrow-minded. You can't see that you are harming your child. I've never seen anything so heartless. You don't have a heart. We don't need your advocacy, Ryan. You are a bully. No, Katie, you are a bully. You bully your son. You lie to your son, and that he is more unwell than he is, that he is in a dire situation. You've never once put him first. Did you think that sharing this post will make you look good? You're exploiting your child in the process. Wake up. Get some self-awareness, Katie. This is fucking ridiculous. Stop bringing your son into it. We do not need to hear your pity story. Your son doesn't need to hear your pity story. Your exaggerated bullshit. Be the mother your son needs you to be. Don't be this. I haven't missed the point, lady that I blocked. Satire isn't funny. Satire is bully. Period. You don't even know what satire is. Satire, the use of humour, irony, exaggeration, or ridicule to expose and criticise people's stupidity or vices, particularly in the context of contemporary politics and other topical issues. You really are stupid. You really did miss the point. All you saw was, oh my God, they're attacking my child. You attack your child every single day. You attack your child when you lay down next to him. I can't stop stressing how important it is to know that Katie is keeping her son sick, keeping him dependent on her. She's telling him that he's more sick than he is. She's not planting any positive seeds in her son's mind. Oh no, that would be what a good mother does. You are keeping him sick. You are keeping him dependent on you. You are lying to your son and you're lying to yourself. You need to get help for your substance abuse. Full stop. You're the one who's sick, Katie. You're more sick than your son is. I'll tell you that.